Today, I'm going to share to you the next 4 signs of a false teacher. Last week, we talked about the first 3 signs of a false teacher or false prophets, and we have learned that number one, they introduce secret heresies. They introduce teachings that are not biblical, or it's totally different from what the Bible is saying. And number two, they have depraved conduct, and they try to twist also yung mga katotohanan sa Bible, yung mga turo ng Panginoon ay tinitwist din nila ito. At pangatlo, we saw that they will try to exploit you, no? So ito yung mga unang 3 signs of a false teacher. Now, today I'm going to share the next 4, and we have another 4 by next week. Okay, so number 4 sign of a false teacher and or a false prophet is that they despise authority. They are bold, they are arrogant, they despise authority. Kasi nga, for them, they are the authority themselves. They are self-proclaimed. They are self-appointed. No? And we can see that kind of context and kind of claims dito sa Philippine context. No? And itong mga self-proclaimed nito, they try to poise themselves to be higher than celestial beings. So it's like they are abusing the celestial beings. So claiming to be son of God, claiming to be the divine master, these are just examples of these false claims, no? And whenever we see or get these kinds of claims, alam na kaagad natin na ito ay isang senyales ng isang false teacher. By the way, ito yung kabuuan na sinasabi sa passage. This is especially true of those who follow the corrupt desire of the flesh and despise authority. Bold and arrogant, they are not afraid to heap abuse on celestial beings. Again, because they believe that they are higher than these celestial beings, or they claim to be higher than these celestial beings. They are self-appointed. Sabi dyan sa verse 12, our passage again is 2 Peter chapter 2, and now we are on verse 12. Sabi dyan sa verse 12, but these people blaspheme in matters they do not understand. They are like unreasoning animals, creatures of instinct, born only to be caught and destroyed, and like animals, they too will perish. So, number 5, they blaspheme on matters that they do not understand. Now, remember earlier, just a while ago, I mentioned that they are self-appointed and they heap abuse on celestial beings, meaning they claim to be higher than the celestial beings. Okay. Now, but in reality, they heap abuse, they blaspheme on something that they really do not understand. When we say blasphemy, they are actually claiming to be of God or to be higher than God or something that equates with God. Now again, in the Bible, there are lots of teachings patungkol and dito sa mga klase ng mga false teachers dito. And as they, claim to be higher being and or equate themselves with God, they're very dangerous kagad yan. Alam natin kagad na yan ay isang false teaching or false teachers yan. Pag sinabi nating blasphemy, they speak offensively against God. Especially in Exodus chapter 20 verse 7, maliwanag doon yung third commandment that thou shalt not use the name of the Lord your God in vain. So sa kultura ng mga Israelites or mga Hudyo, hindi talaga pwede nilang gamitin yung word or yung tetragrammaton, yung word or yung tawag nila doon is unspoken word, no? Yung name ni God, no? So hindi pwedeng gamitin yun ng basta-basta lamang. And anything that some sort of using it, the name of God, it's tantamount to blasphemy. And how much more if you claim to be God or if you claim to be son of God, no? So it's tantamount to blasphemy. Number 6, they carouse in broad daylight, no? In verse 13, ito yung sinasabi. They will be paid back with harm for the harm they have done. Their idea of pleasure is to carouse in broad daylight. There are blots and blemishes revealing in their pleasures while they feast with you. What I say here is that sa akin, the way I understand this is that they will not only feast with you, but they will also feast on you. because again, they are exploiters. These people are exploiters. Yung context dito, they carouse in broad daylight. In the New Testament, there is a so-called breaking of bread. And this breaking of bread is similar, very similar to eating fellowship. And during this eating fellowship, what they do, itong mga false teachers na ito, is that they use it for sensual pleasure. So, they eat together and then they bring women and they do these sensual pleasures. And ito yung context ng sinasabi ni Apostle Peter dito. However, kaya nga sabi diyan broad daylight, ibig sabihin tirik pang araw, talagang gumagawa na sila ng mga kasamaan na ito. Now, usually in a normal context, when people do sin, they do it in they hide it, no? They are ashamed to do a sinful thing. But these people are calloused people, no? So wala nang hiya-hiya. They do it in broad daylight para bang ipinagmamalaki pa. Now, going back in Philippine context, of course, anything that is illegal or na practices ay hindi ginagawa ng lantaran, no? Pero it is very obvious that some of these people, or especially these false teachers, do practice these kinds of practices. They do it in broad daylight. Patago lang, sekreto lang din, but within their group, it is well known that they heap abuse also with women and continuously carousing themselves, no? At again, sabi nga sa passage, they are blots and blemishes, revealing in their pleasure while they feast with you. So talagang mga blemishes sila at blots. So hindi sila kaaya-aya na kasama. Number 7, their eyes is full of adultery. They never stop sinning and they seduce the unstable. This is very typical to false teachers. They just take advantage of people. They will they look at women as their potential sexual partner. So they take abuse on these women and claim it to be something like God's will, something like a privilege for them to do. Ito namang mga babae na ito or mga tao na ito na na-seduce sa ganitong klaseng gawain, they thought that this is okay, this is fine. That is why even though that it is very obvious to many people that this is a sort of manipulation and wrong teaching, wrong practices, ito ay interpreted by those people who are into it na para bang privilege talaga because they were already brainwashed. Itong mga false teachers na ito ay very obvious in most cases. You can really see them right there in front of you claiming to be someone. And if we are not careful, we can, if we are not well grounded in the faith, we can immediately slip away from the truth. That is why it's very important again to go back to the Bible, which is what we can do to guard ourselves, no? Kailangan magwardyahan natin ng ating sarili. We can guard ourselves by going back to the word of the Lord. Sabi pa diyan, they seduce the unstable. And yes, sino nga ba naman ang kanilang makukuha? Kundi yung mga unstable, those people who are ignorant of the word and ignorant of the Lord's will. So ito yung mga 4 na signs ng false teacher. So bali 7 na lahat. And we will talk more. We will talk another 4 next week.